big mistake business owners make is using their personal credit card instead of a business credit card. Well, let's fix that. A business credit card isn't just convenient, it can help you grow your business, but you need to know how to use it the right way. I'm Gerri Detweiler, education consultant for NAV. NAV believes every small business owner deserves the chance to succeed. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to use a business credit card and how to find the right business credit card for your business. So stick around. Here's why you want to think about getting a business credit card. First of all, it is one of the best ways to separate your business and personal finances. If you stick to using your business credit card for business expenses, you will know that purchase at that office supply store was for business items and not for your kids' school supplies. It's a really good way to keep track of those business expenses, which in turn may help you at tax time and help you when it comes to getting tax deductions. If you formed an LLC or a corporation, it's especially important that you separate your business and personal finances, because if you don't, you may actually jeopardize the legal protection that business entity offers you. Business credit cards also make bookkeeping so much easier. With a lot of bookkeeping tools, you can upload your business transactions and then categorize them easily. Another reason to choose a business credit card over a personal credit card is that a business credit card can help build business credit. Most small business credit cards and charge cards report to at least one of the major business credit bureaus. If you pay on time and keep your debt in check, that can be a very strong and positive credit reference on your credit reports. Business credit cards can also help improve cash flow. We'll go into more detail in just a moment, but this can be a great way to manage those ups and downs in your business. Finally, you can often earn rewards and perks. Some credit cards offer very lucrative rewards, and with welcome bonuses, they can add up quickly. So let's talk about when to use a business credit card. First, everyday expenses. Whether your business is purchasing fuel or office supplies, using your business credit card adds an additional layer of protection. Credit cards are covered by a federal law, and that law limits your liability for unauthorized use. In other words, if your credit card is lost or stolen, to $50 in most cases. And most issuers have zero liability, so you won't be responsible if someone steals and uses your credit card number. The other protection you get with a credit card is the ability to dispute a purchase. So if you buy something and it's not delivered as agreed, you can dispute that purchase and your credit card company can help you get a refund. Another benefit of business credit cards is short-term cash flow. Most credit cards offer a grace period, so if you pay in full each month, you have a period of time before you have to pay the bill, and you can avoid interest charges by paying it off. So the way you time your purchases can give you 1 or 2 billing cycles interest-free. Let me give you a quick example. Let's say your credit card billing cycle closes on January 20th. If you make a purchase on January 21st, it won't show up on this coming bill. It'll show up on the next bill. So you have extra time to make that purchase. And again, with a grace period, and if you pay in full each month, you can avoid interest charges. So this can be a great way to manage cash flow. Time those purchases right, and you can buy the item you need, sell your product or service, and pay for that out of cash flow. Building business credit. So we mentioned earlier that many business credit cards do report to at least one of the major business credit bureaus like Dun & Bradstreet, Equifax, or Experian. And some of them report to the Small Business Financial Exchange, SBFE, which in turn makes that information available to major business credit bureaus. If you want to understand better how business credit cards report to business credit, check the description below because we have a list that'll be helpful for you. One of my favorite ways to use a business credit card is for short-term financing. Now, it is true that the interest rate on many business credit cards can be relatively high, so you do want to choose carefully. But there are a number of business credit cards that offer 0% intro APR financing. What this means is if you make purchases on a 0% intro APR and you pay off that balance before the intro period expires, and you pay on time each month, you can get interest-free financing for 7 months, 12 months, sometimes as long as 18 months, depending on the card issuer and the card offer. it's pretty tough to get a business loan at 0%. So this is one of the best forms of financing for businesses that need a flexible form of short-term financing. Again, though, I'm going to emphasize you have to pay it off before that intro rate expires. If you don't, the go-to rate is probably going to be expensive. So do spend very carefully. And finally, expense tracking is another reason to use a business credit card because you keep all those business expenses in one place. You can usually load it right into your accounting software. Your accountant or bookkeeper is going to love you. And if you're the accountant or bookkeeper, you're going to thank yourself for doing this because it's just so much easier to stay organized. So when not to use a business credit card, it's not ideal for every situation. It's probably not the best idea to use a business credit card. It's for long-term financing. If you're going to finance a purchase over 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, you want to look for a small business loan, probably not a business credit card. For a small business loan, you may be able to get an interest rate at a single digit or a low double digit. Most business credit cards, with the exception of intro APRs, often start at 21% and go up from there. So there's a big difference in what you'll pay if you use a credit card versus many small business loans for that long-term financing. Another time not to use your business credit card is for personal purchases. This is especially a no-no if you have an LLC or a corporation where it's really important to keep your business and personal finances separate for legal protection. But even if you're just a sole proprietor, when you start mixing up those expenses, it will be harder to keep track of what is a business expense, what's a personal expense, what can you deduct, and what can't you deduct. If you're not confident you can pay off your business credit card in a reasonable time period, then you may want to think twice about using one. They are designed for short-term financing, and it can be easy to get in over your head. So you don't want to be in that situation where your credit card balance is adding stress to running your business. So spend carefully. Finally, most business credit cards do require personal guarantees. So that means if your business can't pay back the debt, the issuer may look to you personally to cover that debt. And it's pretty stressful to have a business not succeed, but it's more stressful to also have to worry about paying off debt from that business. Just be strategic and be careful about how you spend. Use the credit card for the right types of purchases, and it can be a tool. Use it for the wrong types of purchases, and it will end up being a burden. So let's talk about how to leverage business credit cards the right way for your business. First of all, if you think you want to finance purchases, look for a 0% intro APR. I've mentioned that a couple times, but it really is a good financing source for a lot of small businesses. Look at the description for a list of 0% intro APR credit cards. Leverage your benefits. If you get a cashback or a travel rewards card or a card with perks like car rental insurance or extended purchase protection, read the description, understand how it can benefit you, and take advantage of it. I was traveling and I dropped and damaged one of my cell phones, and I was able to use my business credit card's cell phone insurance to get that phone replaced. It would have cost me a lot more money if I didn't have that coverage. So take advantage of these benefits. They can be very beneficial for your business. And finally, the best tip I can give you is to set up Autopay for your credit cards. Now here's what I do. I set up Autopay for the minimum payment. That way I know I'll never miss a payment. And this is especially important for business credit cards because with business credit cards, if you miss your payment by just a few hours, the card issuer often can and will raise your interest rate, and that interest rate is usually very high. They can raise it on your existing balance as well as any new purchases. As long as you make that minimum payment on time, you won't typically see that interest rate go up, unless it's, of course, a variable interest rate, which changes as interest rates in the economy change. So just double check, make sure you're set up to at least make that minimum payment every month on time so you can avoid an unexpected interest rate hike. And as a reminder, on-time payments help you build your business credit history, and since most of your business credit cards will report to at least one bureau, paying on time is really important to help build those credit scores. Do you want to see your credit card options? NAV can help you find business credit cards based on your business data. Check out the resource in the description. Like and subscribe and get more business building tips.